Alright guys, so we're gonna do something a little different today. I'm on my Warlock. So, Bungie can do many things. They have done so many things over the years, they have done a lot of things for the community. There's a lot of things to fix Destiny 2, and I'll be going over that today. So, how to fix Destiny 2. So, if new players are coming in and they see all this, Neptune, Europa, Seventh and Stormworld, E to Z, Cosmodrome, Moon, Nessus, Dream City, Eternity, Legends, Crucible, Gambit, Vanguard. What I think Bungie needs to do for a new player experience is right above each symbol, let's say Vanguard, put in PvE or player versus environment right above Vanguard. So new players understand this is PvE. Gambit, you can put PvE and PvP, representing that you go up against enemies and also enemy players. They can put PvP right above Crucible, representing player versus player. Legends, they can put a title right above it that says Old Legacy Raids and Exotic Missions. Whisper, Killsfall, Zero Hour. Vault of Glass, Courtesan, King's Fall. Prophecy, Ghosts of the Deep. Next thing. They already did this. Dungeon, Offense, Destination. They're not going to understand what this is until they click over above it. They could also, when you first start Destiny 2, they can have it like a diagram and show symbols of what to do. So they could put like a sword and a shield representing PvE. A sword and a sword with a V in the middle of it representing PvP. It can tell you exactly what symbol is for what activity. And then a skull representing raids. A 6-man activity. The thing about the new player experience is there's little to not much to do unless you get the DLCs, which this is a campaign to help you how to use your grenades, how to use your melee, how to use your super. But this is also things that Bungie can change as well. Make the campaign a little bit longer, make it more entertaining. But at the same time, it was also giving you a strike as well, and you be facing this strike. Technically, where is it? Right here. Disgraced, which is Navota. This represents the first initial strike that new players actually do. And this will help them understand, oh, A 3 sword represents strikes. And they also need to have like a diagram saying, oh, how to level up. Loot and shoot. Do activities. Reward loot. Now, how to actually save Destiny 2 the way it is right now. That main problem is Bungie needs to stop listening to streamers. Every online game has a downside and lose players because of streamers. Any game that has developers listen to streamers and not the community is set to fail. When you only listen to only streamers and no one else, you're set to fail. Because you only listen to what they want and not what the community wants. Now, number 3. And this is a big one. Bring back seasonal activities. So we have weekly activity to keep up with the boredness. And make the seasonal activities allow us to help level up quicker. I like the idea of Rise of Iron. Iron and Ash. Or Ash and Iron. Because what people don't understand, they're not going to bring back Siva. Siva is dead. We killed Siva back in D1. If they bring back Siva, then the whole point of us killing the Siva literally makes no sense. So they brought back the location without the Siva, representing the Siva is dead. That's what these people don't understand. There is literally no point of bringing it back with Siva, as Siva is dead. We killed him in the Dead Guardian area. We sealed it completely. We killed it after the massive explosion. After we killed the big giant Siva Guardians. The 2 Guardians who died in there that got civilized. And that's where you use that fiery axe to kill him. That's where we killed Siva. So there's literally no point of bringing back Siva if Siva's already dead. And people complaining about this is doing no good. Now, Arms Week. These are good. It gives you free weapons that are pretty fucking decent. You get a sword that has built-in eager edge. If you can get that Gavril, which is very easy to get it. You get a new shotgun. Now the problem with the portal, it takes you away from the activities. But Bungie is bringing the raids and dungeons to the portal, so everything is able to level up. And that's happening in Renegades. You'll also be able to level up your tier 1s to tier 5s in Renegades. So let's say I have a... Let's go ahead and go to the vault. So this tier 2. In Renegades, I'm able to level this up to tier 5. Now the only problem that is, Bungie does need to increase the unstable cores. They do need to upgrade this, how much you get and how much it costs. And they eventually will do that. That's the whole problem with Destiny. It's just the streamers itself. If you stop listening to the streamers and actually listen to community, Bungie, you'll see the skyrocketing of players joining in the game. It's the actual hardcore players that are literally ruining Destiny. They always have since Destiny 2 came out. Consoles been literally the number one players in Destiny history. PC people need to stop getting butthurt about that and understand that. The egoist and elitist needs to step down and let the community speak. Destiny 2 is good. Bungie is trying to fix the problems that they had. You have to give them time. You can't just fix it like that. The rise of Ash and Iron, the only problem is Siva's not here. But what people don't understand, they are dead. Siva is dead. They can't just bring it back and say, oh, we didn't kill Siva, Siva's still here. We killed him in Rise of Iron. Back in D1. So it was really pointless to even bring Siva back. They brought this activity to represent dead Siva. And Maya trying to take over and trying to find the last piece of Siva and use that for a Dark Age. Or Golden Age. That's what Myra's main goal is to get Siva. And since Siva's dead, there's really less chance of her finding that. Unless it's hidden in some type of underground area. The main reason why Destiny 2 is decreasing is because the negativity that YouTubers and Twitchers fucking do. Your over negative shit is getting out of control. I don't give a shit if you're talking negative to get views, but you are bringing the game down to your level because you'd rather be negative than actually be positive for once. You only talk negative about the game. You don't talk nothing about positive. Even though there is lots and lots and lots of positive about the game. And there's no reason for it. Roster, portal, world, quest, reward pass, store. The game tells you exactly how to get to each area. Portal, they can see the engram. Oh, I must do these activities to level up. Yeah, it says it right here if you guys don't believe me that Steve is dead. Take Earth back from the conductor's forces. Fight across the combatant zone in the now Siva-free Plaguelands. We have killed Siva. That's what you guys don't understand. That's why Siva's not here. And you guys complaining, oh, this fucking update is shit because there's no Siva. We killed Siva in Rise of Iron. That's what you guys don't understand. They can't just bring back something that's already dead. Then it would be pointless to kill it. Bungie needs to stop listening to streamers. Listen to the community, Bungie. Focus on us. And the game will survive. I promise you that. Now, for raids, you can make a website telling you how to complete each raid, each encounter, so new players have an idea, so they can come in and say, I have went over the list of how to do things, I have an idea, but I still need to be taught. That's more respectable for players to say, oh yeah, we could teach you. But at the same time, you have to have a mic. Mics are required in all raids. And if you don't have a mic, use text. All your fire team will see that text. It makes more sense that Bungie needs to push this issue. Because when you join an LFG and they don't have mics, that comes with a communication problem. Especially when it says mic required. They need to add into the description of raids. Mics are important for communication. Because it actually is. Because you need to know how to do callouts. You need to do fucking counting down timer when you have a timer so someone else can get the stuff like in War Priest and Queen's Walk. Communication is key. You can't do a raid without communication. You can do text, but you can't do it with any form of communication. Because we don't know if you can hear and we can't hear you. Bungie needs to stop listening to streamers and actually listen to the community itself. Fuck the streamers, because they're a little butthurt because their PC lobbies are decreasing. Because what they don't understand, this is originally a console game. Of course, it's going to be overwhelmed with consoles compared to PC. But they're so butthurt, so they talk negative about the game. Trying to kill the game. Because they're so goddamn butthurt. Because they don't have necessary enough people to make matchmaking. They don't have fucking lobbies to do fucking trials. This is originally a console game. Learn to deal with it. That's what streamers needs to understand. That it doesn't revolve around them. It revolves around the community itself. And when you get people who think that the game revolves around them, you get toxic players. You get negativity just for the negativity. You get negativity just for views. The game is actually good. That's what people don't understand. Ashen Iron has no problem. We killed Siva. They're not gonna bring back Siva when we already killed Siva. We killed him when the two Guardians turned into a civilized Guardian. And we killed him with a flame axe. After we kill the flame axe, we detonate the fucking area, the entire building. Then we have to race out of it to escape while Siva is exploding and trying to escape. Once we escaped, the fucking door still closed. We killed Siva. That's why when you go into the activity, instead of seeing Siva nodes, you see dead Siva roots, representing Siva is dead. Right? Ashen Iron has no problem. The only reason it even exists because Myra is trying to use Siva for a Dark Golden Age. But there is no Siva left unless it's underground. That's the only way she's going to be able to find Siva. Which, in the later DLCs, we'll find out that she found Siva at the end. But when people are overly negative of something that they don't understand, saying, oh, make Destiny 3. Which you guys don't understand. If they make Destiny 3, the same damn thing is going to repeat. YouTubers, Twitchers are going to fucking take over. Nerfs that don't need to be nerfs happen constantly. If you looked in my video, it's literally a screenshot. It literally tells you that YouTubers are literally taking over Destiny with nerfs and shit. That should not happen. Like concentration nerf, div nerf, radiance nerf. A lot more nerfs because they want the game to be harder. Well, guess what? The game doesn't revolve around you. It revolves around the community. The community doesn't want the game to be harder. They just want to be able to play. But when you ask for the game to be more grindier, more harder, more difficultier, yeah, it's going to piss people off. You guys asked Bungie to make it more grindier. The Portal is Bungie's creation of your decision. All this is because you wanted more grind. The power level changer, Bungie listened to the YouTubers when they said they want to be more difficult. So Bungie made a decision of decreasing the light level back to 10, like in D1, to make the encounters more difficult, to make the activities more difficult. That's why in the original Desert Perpetual, it was -10, even on normal. They wanted the game to be more difficult, even though 98% of the community did not want that. Massive a portion of the community did not want massive grinding, massive fucking difficulty. Because it's only 1% of the community that's elitist. 1%. That 99% of people that are casuals and just average or above average didn't want any of this. The elitists want this, and it backfired in their face, so they talk shit about it, even though this is what they wanted. They wanted the game to be more difficult. They wanted the game to be more grindier. They wanted shit to be heavily nerfed that didn't need to be nerfed. Concentration example. It doesn't work half the time, but it got a massive nerf. I have plenty of videos showing, just like a video yesterday, where concentration did no damage to the enemy. It just goes right underneath the ground and not even hit the enemy at all. I did that in Quarter's End. It happened multiple times where I had to use 2 of my Frenzy's blades for 2 concentrations, because the first one would not work. They nerfed something that didn't work. And that was thanks to Salty Greppo, because that's in his post, is concentration needs to be nerfed. And Bungie listened, and concentration got nerfed. Bungie needs to understand that YouTubers and Twitch do not speak for us. We can care less about worst first. I literally don't give a fuck about it. But when you sit there and choose to pinpoint who wants to be listened to who, that's when I get pissed off. Instead of actually listen to the 99% of the community that didn't want this shit. This is how you kill games when you only listen to streamers. especially when you want to be negative. Because when you try to be positive, you lose more fucking views. Exactly. And that's because of streamers. They are a fault for everything that happened in Destiny. Look back at Destiny 1. Nothing was changed. There was a couple of nerfs here and there, but there was no massive nerfs. There was no massive grind. You do the campaigns, you do activities, you level up. Once you get to rank 40, from 320 to 400, you start leveling up a lot quicker once you got to level 40. You level up by doing activities, by doing raids, by doing Crucible, by doing many other things. That's what MMO is supposed to be. But when YouTubers want to be shit, to overgrind and take away crafting, especially when crafting actually helps you, when you're not spending there 98 hours of farming for one god roll, when that weapon is red bordered now in crafting, you can pick your red border. You can pick your god roll. And you also got harmonizers. If you don't have enough of the red borders, you can use your harmonizers. And if you have the same weapon multiple times that doesn't have a red border, you can use a harmonizer, get the 3 patterns that you need. Now you can craft a weapon. But YouTubers took that away as well. No more weapons are craftable. And that's all because of streamers. Yes, but I'm a YouTuber against other YouTubers because Bungie doesn't listen to me, but another thing is I've been playing for 11 years and I agree with the community, not what the YouTubers want. The community is what's in charge. It should not be streamers. And Bungie has their heads shoved up the streamers' heads to where they're the streamers' bitch, pretty much. Everything, pretty much almost everything they say happens in game. Take away seasons. Bungie took away seasons. Not exactly. The game died after Bungie decided to listen to YouTubers and make it more grindy, more difficult. Edge of Fate became happening. Power resetted. More grindier, more difficulty. And it's not dead. Consoles are still running this game. 248,000 compared to 15,000 PC players. Way more players than what PC players are. And they're butthurt. So they talk negative about the game and try to kill the game. Because when they talk positive, they lose views. They lose money. Because they're being honest. But when they talk negative about the game, their views explode. I couldn't read all of that. It's not even a popular narrative. It's literally the fact that I have sat here and watched the chaos happening. And the fact that I have made multiple videos of saying, Bungie, this should not happen, Bungie, this should not happen. And majority of the community says the exact same fucking thing. It shouldn't happen. And it happens anyways. Well, Radiant should never got nerfed. It protects you from getting killed during damage. Like in War Priest. War Priest is attacking you constantly. Well, it's true. Bungie has their heads shoved up the streamer's ass. And most games that have the same problem died. Call of Duty, repeating the same damn title over and over and over again. Over and over again, repeating the same damn thing over and over again. The majority of that is from cheaters and streamers. No one wanted DMZ in Call of Duty. Streamers wanted because they came from Extraction Zones games. So they wanted DMZ in the game as well. DMZ was not actually part of the massive problem. Actually, I watch less YouTubers as you think. I only watch it if something actually happens, like saying, oh, the Destiny 2 population is so low the game's dead. But in reality, they're only paying attention to stream titles. Because in the back corner it literally says Steam counts. 15,000 points. Well, 15,000 players. Now, when you have 248,000 players on console, it literally shows the game is not dying. It's not dead until the total players is total of less than 10,000 players. Pug, other games will show you the exact same results. Like in D1, if it takes you 8 hours to matchmake in one strike, or one PvP match, that's a dead game. When it takes you more than 30 minutes to get one match. But like this, if I go to Crucible, this shows you that the game is not dead. And I go, actually I'm going to go to Portal. If I go to, let's say, Control. But it's more likely going to be a little bit slower since it's Trials Week. Now in D1, it would say 1 out of 12 for about 8 hours before you get an actual match. That's an actual dead game. But when you're actually sitting there and complaining, being overly negative, that's when players are going to leave. Because they think that you're right, even though you're wrong. In D1, there's only a total of 4,000 players right now. That's a dead game. And that's all consoles. Look at that. Already 30 seconds, and we already got 6 players. Not dead, guys. Not dead. And the reason why you see bots in PC lobbies, because you got 15,000 players. You're not going to have a good match. You're not going to have a actual player base. They put bots to make the match 12. So you're able to sit there and actually get a match and not sit there and wait 8 hours like you would in D1. Your player base on PC is low because this game is run by consoles. They didn't make it PC available until Season 8 of Destiny 2. Both games are controlled by console. They're mainly made for console. Bungie made a decision to put PC in there, but it's mainly console. and it'll always be known as a console game. Call of Duty is a multi-platform. It's been like that since World at War. But the game, you stop listening to the community, you're set to fail. You take away the elitist and the egoist, and the game will survive. More players will love to come back because they're tired of the toxicity and Bungie having their head shoved up the fucking streamer's ass as the streamers making them as a puppet. That's what's my problem. That's why I'm pissed. It's not popularity narrative, as in fact I'm getting pissed off because of shit that should not be fucking nerfed or shit that should not be happening is happening because of YouTubers' decisions. Instead of Bungie actually listening to the 99% of the community that didn't want this shit. You take away the elitist and the egoist, the game will survive. Or, instead of taking them out, stop listening to them. Oh, so there are only two choices. Because if you continuously listen to streamers only, and not the community itself, the game was set to die. The game was set to die, 100%. There's plenty of games that died where developers only listen to streamers. There's plenty. But when you overly negative shit just to get more views, that's where it gets pissed off. Because you're overly making shit harder for the community to understand, especially when the fact that they see nothing wrong with Destiny and actually like the game. The only reason they talk negative because they want more views and they want shit their way. More grinding, take away crafting, take away seasonal missions and campaigns. The vaulting was for consoles. And so we have more space when we download Destiny 2. So we're not sitting here with an 800 gigabyte game taking all your space off your system. That's why Vault had to be. But when you take away seasonal missions, seasonal activities, just because streamers don't like it, even though the community actually liked it, then you're going to be pissing off a lot more people. A lot more people. It only makes more sense to listen as a community itself. And Destiny 1 was not a PC game. It didn't change the PC game until roughly around Curse of Osiris or Warmind. That's when D1 became available for PCs. They didn't like crafting. They didn't like seasonal content because they think it's too long. Even though you have a new mission the next week. You got a new mission next week. You got a new mission next week. You got more shit to do the next fucking week. Instead of sitting here doing absolute fucking nothing and have nothing to do. They took crafting away. Something that made it a lot easier so you're not spending 98 fucking hours trying to get the god roll you want. They made that easier. That's why crafting existed in the Witch Queen. They wanted Well Radiance nerfed, even though that is majority of what we use to survive during damage. They got Div nerfed, even though Div 30%, Tragic End 30%, and Tether 30%. Why the fuck would you nerf something that's not even broken? It was particle deconstruction that was causing the damage bugs. When it was combining with Div, it was causing the damage to be massively over assumption as was what's supposed to be. So if you're doing 85,000 with a linear shot without Div, and you're doing 200,000 damage with a Div, that was particle deconstruction. That was that bug. It was bugged for a long time. It had nothing to do with Div. It was bugging Div. Div was only a 30% debuff. That's why I hate fucking streamers so goddamn much. Because the game is revolved around them, and it pisses me off when they don't listen to fucking community. Zone advantage is yours. Because they think that they're a hot shot, everyone has to listen to them, of what they say. And it pisses me the fuck off. They think they're always right, they think they're doing so much right for the Destiny, when they're actually killing it. They would never understand that. Because they have that fucking ego stuck in their fucking minds. Oh, I'm doing this. I have done wars first. So that means that I'm better than everyone. And I know what's best for Destiny. That is their mindset. And that's why Destiny 2 is failing. Yeah, concentration. Zone A lost. But yeah, it has nothing to do with community half the time. It always has to revolve around streamers. That's where people get pissed off about. Zone C captured. You have zone advantage. Yeah. But what streamers are actually doing is just killing the game. Majority of them want the game to die. Because they don't have the necessary balls to get actual help if they are addicted to the game. Zone B lost. You captured. I love the game because I've been a fan since Halo. I don't play on PC. I played it on for a few months and I fucking hated it. Sitting there not being able to do a raid because everyone has their mind so focused on that fucking Spire of the Watcher, well, Spire of the Stars, that no one wanted to teach anyone Leviathan. So I never got to do Leviathan because every single LFG post was all Spire of Stars for that stupid fucking emote. They could have waited for 5 more years and they could have got the emote for free with Bright Dust. Shut them down. Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Yeah, PlayStation, Xbox, PCs are so butthurt because their lobbies are dead. So they are talking overly negative about the game, so the game dies. Knowing that this game was meant for consoles. It's not meant for PCs. or what it came out for PC first. Like Phasmophobia. That was a PC only game for so goddamn long. For years, it was a PC only game. It only recently came to console. That's when PC can be controlled. But when you are playing a console game that's meant for a console, and you think, oh, I'm on PC, I have control over the fucking game. That is their PC mindsets.
Zone A lost.
That is their mindsets. And it pisses me the fuck off. Because they think everything has to revolve around them because they're better than everyone.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Only 5 minutes left. Zone C lost.
Ah, shit.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh yeah, get my super. Nice job, teammate. Surprised he didn't go for C. Yeah, shotguns. Even new players are coming in as consoles, not PCs.
Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
That's why I don't like Datto, because they think, oh, it's a skill issue of your problems,
Zone
even though it's their problems. Yeah, they think that PC revolves around them, because they only been looking at PC charts. And they're saying, oh, Destiny's at its lowest, or Destiny is at its lowest, or Destiny's dying, Destiny's dying. But in reality, there's 400,000 fucking consoles sitting there minding our business.
3 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Grimsoul. But in reality, Destiny's not dying. It may be at its lowest population, but that's because of streamers being overly negative. Pulling people away, because people are getting sick and tired of the fucking negativity.
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Destiny is by far the most toxic community because of streamers. Egoist, elitist, thinking that they beat everyone because they're worse first. When in reality, no one fucking cares.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Double down.
I just wish for one Spongy actually listen to the community. That's the main problem with Destiny. That's why there's so much toxicity. Because we're getting sick and tired of not being heard.
Zone B, Captain. You have advantage. 1 minute. Won't be long now.
Is when people don't have so much egos, they don't know how to fucking calm the fuck down.
Victory is yours.
Last word.
It's not over.
A new player right there. Going to rank 2. Console. New players are coming in every single day as the consoles. Because they don't have $4,000 for PCs. They'd rather spend $600 on a PS5 than spend $4,000 on a fucking PC. That's the problem. And a tier 5.
Impressive. You could give the Red
Now there is a problem with the unstables. Yes, I do agree with that. And I think Bungie is increasing them in Renegades. It didn't take that long to get in matchmaking. But for PCs it does. That's because PCs are dead. But consoles are not. They run this shit, and always will be. So that is my side of why Destiny is falling apart. If you agree with me, put it in the comments. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'm going to learn more about the Desperate Petrol upgrade. I'll see you guys later.